right, hey everybody. All right, hey everybody. It is me, Danielle J. Mitchell, your up and coming queen of real estate, and I'm here for today's and this week's Tuesday tip at 2. So let's get into it. Buying down your interest rate. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this. I'm going to talk about what it is, the definition of it, to what it means. Next week, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of it. Is it I think this is the right word. Somebody's on the chat who would use a word like this. Advantageous to use this strategy, right? So let's talk about it. What is buying down your interest rate, or a buy down, right? A buy down is a way for a borrower or a buyer to obtain a lower interest rate. She confirmed I was right. Is a way to borrow, to obtain a lower interest rate by buying discount points at closing. Okay. So what are discount points? Discount points or mortgage points are a one-time fee paid upfront. Okay. Paid upfront. It's a one-time fee, so it's not like it's something that's ongoing, but you're paying this particular fee one time. What do these points mean, right? So 1 point, the purchase price. I know a lot of times I talk about the loan amount. I talk about the sell price and purchase price, but we're talking about the loan amount. Okay, so that means if you were getting $100,000 house, right, towards your mortgage. Okay, that 3% down or 3.5%, right? If you're getting an FHA loan, so your actual loan amount is going to be the $97,000, right? So we're talking about down payment for your mortgage, that 3%, 3.5%. We're going to go over 5% what that number looks like. So your actual loan amount, right, is less that down payment, and it's going to be at 97, right? 97,000. 1% of 97,000, of course, is $970. Okay, so the 1 point equals to the 1% of whatever your loan amount is. So in this example, it would be that 970. Now, if you're paying $100K for a house, right, and you put down 5%, right, then your loan amount will actually be $95K. So that 1% would be $950. Okay. Now, when we're talking about buying down a mortgage, what does that look like? Or buying down your interest rate. So an example of that is a lender might say they may offer to reduce your interest rate, right, by 0.25%. So say you're borrowing, right, you're obtaining a mortgage for $400,000. And you're getting a 4% interest rate, which is kind of high because today's interest rate is at about 3%. But for the sake of the example, you're you have a 4% interest rate, right? So you would have to pay $4,000, right, to get the 3.75 interest rate. Okay, 3.5%. Okay, so understanding if you were offered 4%, it's like, oh, well, based on your credit score, based on whatever the reasonings are, you're getting 4% interest rate. But if you pay 1 point, which is that 1% of the loan amount, we can give you an interest rate of 3.75, right? So that offers a certain amount in savings every month from your mortgage, right? So anytime your interest rate is less, right, that's less out of pocket money. So that's always good. The less your mortgage interest rate is, the less money you have to pay monthly, right? So why? The interest rate is lower, right? One of the reasons why people might do this again is to lower their monthly payments, make it more affordable. Depending on how how much you buy down your interest rate, you could, and what the loan amount is and all that stuff, you could save $100, you could save $80, you could save $50, right? So these are some of the reasons why you would do it, because you're just saving on your mortgage, right? Another a benefit to doing this is that it is a tax write-off. One of the benefits, okay? One of the benefits of doing it is that it is a tax write-off, all right? So that's it today. It's going to be short because I really want to get into the meat of this next week. Next week, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons, which when I usually do a pros and cons in regards to something, that's when I get into the more of the details of what it is. But I just wanted to kind of give an introductory talk about buying down your interest and what it looks like. I do want to note that it's something that your lender, you will ask your lender about, whoever you're getting your mortgage through, you're refinancing even through. You would talk to them and say, hey, tell me, how can I buy down my interest rate? Maybe my interest rate, like I said, right now, today, as of today, it looks like interest rate for a 30-year fix is about 3%. So maybe it's like, you know what, I want 2%. How can I make it happen? Right? I got a lot of savings, right? I got some extra cash. How can I buy down my interest rate? Because I really want my monthly mortgage to be X amount of dollars, right? To fit my lifestyle better. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of doing this. Some people agree with buying down your mortgage. Some people don't. But we're going to come up with some scenarios. We're going to talk about some scenarios where this will be certainly very beneficial and something you may want to do. Okay? All right. That is all for today's and this week's Tuesday tip at 2. We're going to get into it more so next week. I'm excited because it's also leading up to something else I want to talk about as well. But we got to lay some foundation. Okay, so please do this here. All right, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Of course, if you want to buy or sell, okay, if you want realtyco.com, again, book.djmrealtyco.com to set up a virtual consultation and talk with me. Another website I just want to shout out is my links link. It is links.co/djmrealty.com. That link is just so you guys can and next week I'll be sure to actually put it on my screen and stuff. That is a link where you can just see what I'm doing. It gives you access to all my social medias, some speaking engagements that I have if you just want a one-stop shop to see everything that I'm doing, all the different things, content that I put out. Of course, as well, you can go there to book a consultation. So that's it. Just as a catch-up moment, I have another house under contract. I'm super excited about it. So, we're rocking and rolling. People are still buying. People are certainly still selling. I had somebody approach me about listing something. So, look for that. And yeah, 'tis the season. So, remember, there is no place like home, no place like home buying. And I'll be sure to see you next week for, again, another week episode of Tuesday Tip at 2. Have a lovely day on this beautiful day and week. Bye-bye.